Hello everybody, I have got a real quick Chapter 9 farming guide for you. So we're actually in the crew quarters. This is my gear setup. I got the Helter Skelter maxed out, a Shield Talisman, and a Warrior's Wristband on Lightning. We've got the maxed out Eagle Talon, Shield Talisman, and a Sorcerer's Mark on Hope. And the Glaive maxed out, another Shield Talisman, and a Warrior's Wristband on Fang. Now, the reason why I go about or do things kind of like this, for number one, I think one of the most important things to do is put a Shield Talisman on everybody. The reason for that is you start out with Auto Protect, and it makes it essentially so that after a certain amount of leveling and a certain amount of upgrading, you will no longer need to swap to any sort of healing paradigm. The other thing I would say to do is make sure that you've got the aggression paradigm running here. That is with Lightning as the Commando, Fang the other Commando, and Hope as your Ravager. This specific battle is the best one in my opinion. Reason being, there are 4 enemies, which means more opportunities for loot. It's all actually extremely easy, and the Huntress are the kind of tougher target there. They're able to buff themselves up, but the other enemies are the ones that can cast Cura on themselves. Let me just check and see what the names of those are here for you. Anytime now. Oh, and then I missed it, of course. Alright, Infiltrators. So, the reason why I specifically pick these guys and this specific battle is there's other battles in this area with enemies that will use the guard command, and that's just gonna take it makes it so that the battles take a lot longer. So here, if you notice, we're down to about 13 seconds. This is without a preemptive strike. Now, this specific battle is amazing because it's super easy to respawn these enemies here. So if you notice, boom, they've now just respawned by kind of running around the corner. And the second reason being, it's actually pretty easy to get a preemptive here. Now, it's not timing out for me. Generally, the thing is, now that I've got my stats so high and my weapons and whatnot so powered up, I don't even wait around for the preemptive strikes because it's got to the point now where my characters are so powerful that waiting around for that preemptive strike isn't worth it because I just mow this stuff down so quickly. Early on, though, I think the getting a preemptive strike is a bit more helpful. Again, your stats aren't going to be as good, so getting these mobs for that preemptive is actually quite a bit more helpful. Again, as your gear increases and becomes more powerful, it's not as needed, so you can kind of wait here. If you can, spin your camera to see where these guys are lining up. And then again, that Huntress unfortunately turned around right at the last minute and kind of messed up my strategy of getting a preemptive there as well. But again, for this point, with me anyway, like, this is all completely maxed out gear. There's really nothing else that I think is even worth doing. I don't actually think that swapping out my Shield Talisman for like more Warriors wristbands or anything like that, or any strength or magic boosting items are helpful at this point. Again, I really love those Shield Talismans. They're phenomenal at this point in the game. So you can take a look at my my Chapter 9 item upgrading list, or video, I guess I should say, for more information on how to upgrade your items as well as accessories. There's our preemptive. So again, I would say that this is my favorite place in Chapter 9 to farm for money. Obviously, these things are dropping credit chips, which are worth 500. I think it's gil in this game. And then there's the incentive chip, which is 2,500 gil. Now, the incentive chips are a little bit more rare, but I mean, as well they should be. They're worth 5 times more. So there's one right there. But anyways, this is, like I said, this is my favorite spot. There might be other good ones, but just the sheer amount of enemies, as well as the ease of respawning them, and on top of that, again, sometimes you're able to get preemptives. I feel like that almost should have been one. There's kind of a goofy thing where you can kind of step to the side of that soldier there and run into the side of him, and oftentimes you'll get a preemptive. But again, that's completely dependent on, you know, where the direction of the other soldiers are facing. But again, I was able to farm up quite a bit of cash in this specific area, and I really do think that it is actually the best spot in Chapter 9 to farm. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut this here. I'm gonna actually, well, I'll let it run a little bit more. But again, this is it. This is just run back and forth, respawn these enemies really quickly, and hopefully you get those preemptives. I think my best battle here, I think I did in 8 seconds. Again, that was with the preemptive, and I think I used, you know, actually controlled lightning to use blitz twice. Right off the bat. But anyways, that's it. Hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.
Let's get this over with.